Well, hello there. Welcome back to Sparta, and we're going to be doing our siege. Thankfully, I was able to escape from that previous fight, as I thought the guy was running away from me. Thankfully, you can mouse over and see whether that is indeed the case. And thankfully, he didn't realize that the Delian League vassal, which was really close by to us at the time, or shall we say close by to him, and he probably would have been able to bring him into the battle if he had continued pursuing us. But thankfully, he didn't do that. And so we are now back here attempting to expand our domain. I'm a little bit worried about this, to be honest, because not the fact that we can't do it, because I think we might very well be able to pull this off, even though it's going to be quite difficult with about, 900 units they have in the garrison here. But I think the main problem is going to be actually getting ownership of it. So in other words, Archidamos is probably going to not be too happy about awarding this to us, after he has just given us a town as well. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of difficult. Also, this is going to be kind of difficult because the defenders are going to have some overwhelming ways to, well, murder us in every single way. As we can see here, oh yeah, by the way, I increased the battle size. Yes, I increased the battle size finally because someone actually mentioned that I should probably increase the battle size. I have been intending to do this for quite some time, but you know what the main issue is? I just didn't want to cause more crashes. That was the main thing that I didn't want to do. So I was basically just trying to see whether it would crash more or not, and I don't really know. I really don't know whether it is or not, so hopefully it's not going to. But you know me, I generally tend to not get too lucky with it, with these kinds of things. So who knows? Maybe we'll have a crash or something. But I hope that we will have a crash after we have completed this particular fight, because I think we'll do okay here. I think we're going to do pretty nicely. I think we're going to be able to kill quite a few units. I have leveled up, by the way. I think I had a level up from quite a while ago, and I did not spec into anything. And I have spec into agility and shield. Now, shield, I know, seems like a weird choice, right? Well, the thing is that basically what I'd like to do is try and make it so that my shield is going to be used for if we actually do start attacking some faction like, I don't know, Crete or something. We're not going to be attacking Crete very soon, but the point is that some faction with good archers, I don't really want to run into them with a subpar shield skill, because they're just going to be able to absolutely murder us in every single way with their ranged units. So hopefully we're going to be able to do something with that. And otherwise, I think speccing into agility is just in general really, really good, because that means that I can increase my movement speed. I can make ourselves into much more of a kind of like a skirmisher unit without the range, if you know what I mean. So basically something that is really, really fast, running around and everything. So that's exactly the reason why I'm probably going to be speccing into athletics skill next time we level up. And there is 47 renown, and for a measly sum of 8 units. Pretty good, if I do say so myself, but we did only eliminate 95 of the enemy, which is pretty awful. So let's wait until tomorrow, just so that I can get the autosave, just in case we do have a crash. And you'll see here, oh, yeah, there's a vassal. There is a vassal. I don't know how many he has in his army, because the number is cut off by the sprite. I wasn't zoomed in enough, so I can't see. So I guess I'm going to just lead our soldiers in the assault, and we'll see whether we can prevail. We are actually heading in here this time. And you can see, this is probably not going to work out too well, is it? Oh dear. I'm a bit worried about this, but as I said in the previous episode, having a backup strategy, having a backup tactic of some kind, in other words, being able to have units in the garrison, being able to have, well, basically any backup units to speak of, then you can just take those guys out of the garrison, and then you'll have a pretty easy time of, well, at least continuing to maybe raid things, and in general just being a bit viable in battles, because at the moment we're probably going to have some difficulties being viable after this fight, if indeed we lose. If we lose, then this is probably going to be pretty bad, but I think we have a pretty decent shot of being quite good here, because I don't know whether you noticed, on the battle map, when I brought it up just a minute ago, the amount of units that are really, really close by to each other is negligible. It is really, really small, the amount of units that tend to group up with each other. And that's our strength. That is our strength, because we are just going to stay together as much as humanly possible, really. And then we will see what happens, because as it stands, I think we have a really good shot of being victorious here, as long as we make sure that we stay together. That is literally it. That's all we have to do, because the enemy has a bunch of skirmishers. They have a bunch of units coming in a trickle. As you can see, they're just trickling in right here. And this is really good for us. This really makes all the difference. And they are, of course, ignoring me for the most part. Ugh, yeah, that's not really working out too well for me. So I'm going to try and get him. Yeah, oh, well, we didn't kill him, but that's okay, because I can just run on by. And can I squeeze through here? Nope. Okay, good to know. Be a bit careful with that, yes. Okay, so there we go. Maybe take that guy out. There we are. Nice. Okay, so we are ending up losing a couple of units as we progress through here, but that's... I can't do much about that, you know. It is literally just the way things go, and we are not going to be able to prevent every single casualty of this battle. It's just not viable, even though I would love that if it was. I really would love if it was, so, you know. But, yeah, as you can see, we've already eliminated 100 units for a measly 6 casualties, which is fantastic. So, yeah, I guess the best thing that I can do, really, is stay with the red, as it were, and we are going to try and help them out as much as possible. These guys with their crimson cloaks, they're really beastly. And I'm not going to be climbing up these ladders and things like that, because generally whenever I've tried to do that, it has not really worked out too well for us. Let's just say that. It really hasn't, because basically whenever I try to do that, the skirmisher just turns around and one-shots me with like a javelin in the face or something. Hey, oh, that's Sarios. Oh, I'm so sorry. You're wearing blue armor, Sarios. So, yeah. That's kind of interesting. Okay, well, hopefully I'll be able to maybe do a little bit of damage here. But as it stands, it's kind of difficult to do that, especially when they are using some very, very good shields. But of course, as we know, most of my forces are now attempting to kill these skirmishers. They're attempting to get up the ladder, and I don't know how... Oh, dear. I actually don't know whether they're even... Okay, they are able to do it, but they're having some problems. Oh no. This is... interesting. Okay, guys, come on. Push him up there. Push him up there. Come on, use your legs. Use your legs to push him. Oh, well, whatever the case. Oh, dear. Yes, I think we might have some issues here. But thankfully, the enemy is a bit stupid, so they are running down here instead of coming at the back of us and trying to take us out through, you know, some covert action. But, yeah, it seems to be working quite well. And otherwise, I think we basically will be fine. It is literally just the whole thing with preventing our forces from... Oh, look at that. They're actually coming in now. Oh, that's nice. Preventing our forces from overextending, preventing them from, just in general, not being extremely smart about things. So, you know, commanding them when they do stupid things is really, really good. And hopefully we'll be able to do that. Nice. We're killing quite a few units here. I really do want to level up, so that's really nice for our experience gain. Yes, yes, more damage. More damage from Elias, please. Very nice indeed. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to fight alongside these Spartans. It really is, because it kind of gives you that inspiring teamwork feel. I know that's a bit weird because these guys are AI, you know, but it gives you that kind of feel that they're actually covering your back. I don't know whether that's... I mean, it's not really the case because they're not actually, like, sentient or, you know, whatever. And they're not particularly smart. It's Warband AI, after all. But the point is that, in general, it feels to me like they seem to know exactly where to go, like, appropriately where to go, instead of just being those kinds of guys that will just basically be like, okay, we're going to go straight towards the main group of enemies, and we're just going to walk into each other constantly. And yeah, they were doing that at the ladder, so granted, you know, they are a bit weird like that. But other than that, they actually do seem to come to my aid, basically. They do seem to assist me quite a bit, which is really nice. So I'm pretty happy with that. And you can see here, look at this guy. He was actually, well, he was trying to defeat someone back there and not really trying to help me out, but he did actually help me by just being there and just taking the heat from one of the units that were pursuing me. So that's really cool. It's really cool. I mean, I don't know whether that's... I think that's pretty much just a... It's probably just a coincidence, isn't it? It really is just a coincidence, but it feels like teamwork, and I like that. I think that's pretty fun. So I don't know whether that's just me, but yeah, I think it's cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna probably die here, just so you know, so that you're not surprised. It seems like yeah, we are having some issues here. Okay, so I'm gonna tell everyone to hold position, and we're just going to kill that guy. Thank you. I love the animations. These animations remind me of Bannerlord animations, actually, which is kind of funny considering, you know, Bannerlord is coming out relatively soon, and yeah, obviously the mod creator has done an exceptional job because the death animations do seem relatively similar. I'm going to bring out my shield right now so that I can potentially stem the tide of these enemy units, and I would like to... Wait a minute, where are my units right now? Okay, let's do this. Okay, yes, yes, there we go. Okay, I'm alive. Okay, where are my units? Okay, it seems like they're kind of... What? Where are they? They're all the way over there? Are you serious? Okay, that's kind of weird. We just got some reinforcements, I suppose. But anyway, I'm hopeful that I will be able to maybe help out this guy a little bit, so before he dies. Yes, yes. Yes, use your length. Use your length, Elias. Very good. Okay, he's doing okay. Hopefully my friends are going to come in. Yeah, there they come. There they come. That's exactly what we want. Alright, so let's tell our guys to charge in once again. Actually, let's tell them to go over here. Let's tell them to hold position a little bit. And we've got to be a bit careful now as well, because I can basically get killed at any point. Like, I get shot by someone, I'm dead. I get poked by someone, I'm probably dead. And, oh, there's level 26. Very nice. Okay, so that's going to give me another point in athletics, which is really good. Let's tell our people to charge in. And I've got to be careful here. There we go, there we go. Okay. Just trying to watch out, basically. I'm just trying to watch out for any enemies that are trying to get behind me or trying to get close to me. And then just trying to take them out, basically. Just trying to take them out as much as I can. And trying not to get hit. But you can see here, look at this. We've done a spectacular job so far. I'm actually really surprised that we've done such a good job. And is that... No, that's actually one of ours. Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay. Should probably be a bit careful about that. Okay, so we still have more enemy units coming in. And as I say, I did increase the battle size. I have no idea what it is right now, but I increased it to... I believe it is 1.25 instead of 1.0. So... I am not good at maths, so I have no idea what that equals now, because it's usually 150, so it's probably really easy, the calculation, but I'm just not very good at it, so I'm not going to embarrass myself by attempting it, so we're just going to say that it's, oh well, a little bit more than it used to be. I didn't want to make it too massive, the battle size, because otherwise it's going to just cause a crash almost immediately, and I didn't really want to try that. Yeah, nice. Nice damage. I was hopeful that I would be able to get that guy as he was... Oh! As he was walking down. As he was walking down to use his own movement against him. But no such luck for me to stay alive here. I'm a bit worried now. I'm a bit worried because there were about 895 units. We killed 90 in the initial sally out that they had. So that means that they had 800 remaining. And now we have killed 360 of them. So that's like, what, 440, I suppose, still remaining, which is quite a lot. But I don't know how many reinforcement waves the enemy are going to be getting, or whether it is entire. Maybe they have an entire reinforcement wave. So in other words, every single unit we are going to have to fight. But the thing with that is that that's actually not even it's actually not even impossible for us. It is doable. It is viable for us to be able to do it. So you can see here, look, I mean, look at this. We've just taken a little bit more over 50 units in casualties, and, well, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a pretty decent ratio. And you can see here that most of our units are absolutely slaughtering the enemy, mostly because I suppose the units that we're using right now are so incredibly good, and you can see that the hoplites are not really getting too many kills right now. The I don't even know what these guys are called. These guys right here where my cursor is, those guys, they are the, I think, second tier of the Spartan recruited soldiers, so that is pretty awesome in itself. And, you know, this would have been a lot easier if I'd brought some more people from my garrison, but I did just send out, just before the episode started, some recruiters to go to Crete to get some archers, because, well, actually, a couple of you suggested that I do that, and that's really cool. That is actually a really cool idea. So I decided, hey, yeah, why not? Let's do it. Let's try and get some archers and see how they actually are, because I'm sure they're going to be insanely good. I mean, I've been recommended by a couple of people in the comments in the past on this series. The Cretan archers are definitely something that you want to consider putting into your army because they are just so powerful. So that's going to be really fun to use, especially as a kind of skirmisher unit, but I don't know how well that's going to go really if they are immobile in comparison to like javelin throwers or something like that. They might be a little bit more stationary, a little bit more difficult to maneuver around the various phalanx and shield wall formations. Because, of course, you're not going to be able to shoot arrows into a phalanx and be able to kill anyone from the front. So, you know, trying to flank from the side or from the back is the best possible idea. How are we doing here? Look at this. We've killed almost 500 units. 500! That is insane. And so that means we basically have about 300 units remaining. I don't want to retreat, because here's the thing. If we retreat right now, I'm actually hoping I'm going to receive... Yes, I'm receiving reinforcements. Okay, this is fantastic. This is really, really good. I am kind of worried about this. As I said, this is a very risky maneuver that we're doing here, because then we are going to be faced with defending this fief against any potential invader, and that we're right on their doorstep. We are seriously right there, and there is a vassal right there, and he is most likely going to be besieging this fief almost immediately, and that is going to be pretty harsh. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to click on the map, because we can do that, and we are going to tell my other forces, my forces up here, to retreat a little bit. I'm actually hoping that they will be able to retreat and still defend themselves, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. They seem to be a bit bad at retreating in that way. And we're going to tell them to go around here. There we go. Can we not tell them to? Ah, I haven't selected them for some reason. Why are they unselected now? I don't know why. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so that is good. Now we can tell them to charge in once again. Let's tell them to charge. Go, go, go. Look at this. The enemy is scattered. The enemy is scattered. Let us surround them. Surround them and do the damage. Oh yes. This is actually really cool. I can imagine that it would be really pretty fun to have like a Mount and Blade strategy game. I know that this is technically strategy, kind of. You know, it's kind of like a action RPG sort of strategy simulation sort of thing going on. It's kind of like a hybrid. But I think it would be pretty cool to have like a top-down view like this. Kind of like a top-down view, isometric view maybe, something like that. And then be able to command your units. I know, yes, there's Total War. Yeah, there is Total War, but it is a little bit different than what Mount and Blade is all about and everything, because I don't know really whether you can do that in Total War, but what I know about Warband, of course, is that you can equip your units. You can equip your units, you can upgrade them and things like that. You can also, I would assume, upgrade in Total War as well, but I don't know really how that works because I'm not familiar with that game series that much at all. And yeah, anyway, the point is that I think it would be pretty fun to have the same kind of strategy view like this, and then just be able to use like I know we have a battle map here and everything, I know that, but it would be cooler to have like a... Can I actually use the flag? No, I can't use the flag. I was trying to hold F1 and use the flag right there, but no. That wasn't really going to help us out too much. Alright, well, there you go. The enemies have now suffered 600 casualties. We have 46 indeed. We are losing quite a few units now that most of our Spartan specialist infantry have been taken down, and I can only hope that we will be able to prevail here. It is going to be a very difficult fight indeed, but as I say, there's only, well, counting the people on the battlefield right now, there's only around 200 units still remaining for us to eliminate, because we eliminated the people that were in the sally out, and then there's only 800 remaining. So technically there's only 172 still left to fight. And that gives me quite a bit of hope, but it really depends on if my forces are going to be able to prevail in these intense battles. You can see these people are trying their hardest. They are really fighting tooth and nail to be able to do this. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do it though, because the enemy is doing so much. And you know what? I'm going to try and move my forces back. I'm going to try and move my forces back so that we can get away from the main enemy, shall we say, respawn point? Because what's happening is that they're getting a critical mass of units in that area, and it is making everything much, much more difficult than it has to be. So if we just stay down here and wait for the enemy units, we should theoretically be in a much better position. So let me actually just tell my forces to go way out there, because I'm hopeful that I will still be receiving reinforcements once we get a little bit lower, because reinforcements are generally going to be given to us at around 25 to 20 or so units. So I'm hopeful that that will continue to be the case. So now you can see here that, look at this, the enemy is being a little bit scattered. They're trying to kill some of our units right there. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's charge them in once again. Let's charge them in once again. Let's kill this guy. Come on, kill him. Kill him really quickly and then run on. Ah, that is not so good. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, guys. You got to go and assist your friends. Ah, that's not really working out too well. I really hoped that we would be able to get most of them away from there, but it seems like some of them did get trapped by the enemy. But we've got 27. If we don't receive any more reinforcements, I will have to retreat. There's nothing I can do about it. And I would really wish that we don't have to do that, because if we do, there is a high chance. Oh, there's reinforcements. Whew. Okay, I was really worried about that for a second. Anyway, the point is that there was a high chance before we receive reinforcements that we would get taken prisoner, and as a result, we would lose all of our people. I'm saying including the companions, and I spent a lot of time trying to find these companions, that's for sure. So it's really nice that we have been able to get some reinforcements here. And you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, it seems like my infantry continually get deselected for some reason. So we're just going to tell my forces just to come along here. Tell them to stand closer a little bit. And we're going to have them go around here, maybe around where the enemy is. Just to kind of get them consolidated, get them standing together as much as we can. And I think this is basically the best we're going to get. The enemy is going to receive more reinforcements as well. Do bear that in mind, which is really annoying and bad. But we are eliminating such a serious amount of enemies that there's nothing really else that we can do. Okay, so I'm going to start moving my forces in here. I'm going to try and just keep them in kind of like the hold position. Wait, should I? Hey, you know what? They seem to... Wait a minute. I'm just going to tell them to charge. I'm just going to tell them to charge. Go straight in there. Okay, look at this. This guy right here is a hero. This is the hero of the hour. I don't know what his name is, but whatever the case, he is an absolute beast, because him getting stuck underneath that ladder has really helped us out quite a significant amount. Because what's happening here is that most of the enemies want to kill him. They want to kill him because they hate him being under that ladder. They really hate ladders, and they hate him being under them. And yes, that was in the newspaper yesterday, and these enemies read it all, and they were just like, oh, I can't believe it. I hate ladders. And so They are attempting to destroy the ladder at the same time as killing the enemy. So it is absolutely understandable. But thankfully, as a result of this, it has actually given us a slight advantage. So moving back and forth like a bit of an imbecile like I did, that's pretty good. Doesn't seem to do too badly, and it seems like we have achieved a monumental victory in this case. I really can't believe that we were able to do this. And let me just tell you something, I might rage quit if Archidamos does not give us this fief. Because just think about it, we've lost so many units. Well, we've lost 56 units, and most of them are extremely good. And if he doesn't give this to us, I'm going to tell the men. You know, I'm going to tell the men, I'm going to say, hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Archidamos, it's his call, not mine, you know? I know you worked really hard to get this town, and I'd love to give it to you, but, well, it's his call, you know? So, yeah, there you go. That is an insane amount of deaths. I'm happy that I only lost one or two of these guys, because these guys are insanely good, and unfortunately I did end up losing a majority of the second tier units as well, so that's kind of a shame. However, this is also a kind of cool reason why we actually attacked here, is that we can literally just take all these. Look at this. We can literally just take all of these guys, we can just put them into the garrison in our town, in our actual town, the one that we own already, and then we can return here, or we could just basically keep them, because maybe we should just keep them just in case for, you know, a bit of a defense or something like that. And we'll see how that goes, while Archidamos makes his extremely slow, you know, decision-making, I guess. Okay, so what do we have here? Rusty Helm, okay, Battered Greaves, no, okay, so we can just take all of this just to sell, and that's it, there we go. Okay, so I am going to be asking that this be awarded to us. Was that seriously a crash right now? Did you hear that? I don't see it. Oh dear, I do see a crash I do see a crash message. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? I had to go through, what, 27 minutes? 27 minutes, well, not 27 minutes of a siege, but basically 27 minutes of a siege. And it was so intense. And so, oh. Okay, I guess I'll see you in a second then. I'm disappointed, can you tell? Alright, so amazingly enough, the amount of trouble that I went through to get back here, it was just absolutely insane. Okay, so here's the thing. Basically, I'm going to tell you exactly what was going on as we sell all of this stuff, and hopefully I won't sell anything that's actually useful. So anyway, the point is that what happened was, I had a crash, as you know, had the crash, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Usually you just, you know, click off the runtime error, and then the game crashes to desktop, and then you can go about your business and you can just start up the game again. That did not happen this time. Instead, what happened was the game basically stood on my desktop and didn't do anything. So it was basically like it was a ghost image. So the image was frozen on my screen. I could do things on my PC, but I couldn't see the windows that I was opening in the background. So in other words, if I wanted to use Task Manager or something to be able to see the desktop, that's impossible. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So even if I was to, if I was doing, Control-Alt-Delete to get the Task Manager up, it does not work because you can't see it. And that's the point. The Mount and Blade window was over all of the other windows that I was trying to open up, like settings and stuff like that, because I thought, hey, maybe I can do something in there. But yeah. So basically what I had to do was I had to restart my PC. And then amazingly enough, what happened then is my PC decided to do a Windows update. It decided to do a Windows update right then. And then I had to uninstall that update because that update has problems with other games that I'm playing on the channel at the moment. And who's this? Oh, wow, this is a mercenary. I don't know whether I really want to take him or anything like that. Anyway, yeah, but what the cool thing, okay, so here's the cool thing. I'm not going to ramble on about the whole thing anymore, but basically, I had to uninstall the Windows update again. But yeah, otherwise, then I loaded up Warband and I thought to myself, okay, I'm probably going to have to play through the entirety of that siege again. Oh, no, I didn't. It actually saved before the crash. It actually saved right on that second, which was really quite amazing because I really thought that I had lost it and I thought that we were going to have difficulties, but no. It is fantastic. That's really, really cool because I thought, okay, I'm going to have to go through 30 minutes of siege, but no, I don't have to, and we have this, and now I can get 5,700 dinars from this ransom. And another cool thing, usually when that kind of thing happens and when my recording software is stuck on enabled, because, you know, I don't know whether you know anything about games and stuff, but basically what happens is if a game crashes and it doesn't crash to desktop and it just freezes, usually your recording is going to be lost. Usually your recording is going to get corrupted and you will not be able to retrieve it no matter what you do because the whole file is just done. It's just basically destroyed because of that crash. And I thought that this seemed like a very similar thing. So I basically thought, hey, you know what? Okay, it seems like my entire recording is scrapped. And so I would have to record the entire thing all the way from the previous save. So I thought, wow, that's an absolute catastrophe. But thankfully, you know, King Harlaus and his wonderful butter has helped me to get back to where I need to be, which was pretty easy. And, oh, wow. Wow. The Mount and Blade gods have smiled upon me today. They certainly have. Yeah, apart from that whole Windows update thing, because that took a long time. But anyway, the point is there you go. We now have Petrai, you know, Patrai, whatever you want to say. We have this being conferred upon us by Archidamos, and I am very, very pleased. I will accept this honor and like no one's business. Thank you very much. And we are now going to go into the garrison. And we are going to, well, we're not going to do that much with this stuff. We're just going to basically, I recruited some people from this area as well, just so I can place them in the garrison. And we're just going to put all these guys in here. I'm not really wanting to use them, no offense. I just don't really want to use these guys right now. I would much prefer to use my standard units that are going to be good for me. And I'm going to go to the Spartan town in just a second and try and see if I can get some more of those. Okay, so these guys can level up into those ones. Very nice. Oh, we got 9 of those to level up into these and 7 of those to level into these. Wow, that's really nice. And then we have the Tegeus guys, Tegeus and Megaran guys as well. And we can just put those there. All right, so of course, Elias did level up, which is really nice too. So what we're going to do is, I should hire some recruiters. I really should. So let's send out 2 recruiters to get some more Spartans. And who's that? That guy. That guy is Alcides, and he's going to try and attack me, or maybe try and besiege that. Everyone's running from me? Why are they running from me? I have no idea why they're running from me. That's kind of weird. Are they? I don't know. Did they hear? Did they hear about how we succeeded in taking that town against all odds? Because if they did, then I wouldn't blame them for running away. That was a pretty amazing feat if ever I saw one. So anyway, we were able to do that. That's pretty cool. That means that we have expanded the Spartans' territory relatively well. And we are also going to go to Tegea right here to... Look at this. Wow, that was extremely quick. The recruiters in this mod are so incredibly good. They really are. Usually, recruiters are going to get, well, murdered extremely easily, but in this mod, they're actually good. They're actually useful, you know, because usually a recruiter will be kind of not useful at all, and they'll decide to run into basically everyone and then just get themselves taken prisoner. Oh my. Did you see that? Wow. Okay. I guess this was a really good thing to do. We took Petrai, and as a result, we have gained this much money. Wow, that's just insane. 154,000. That is amazing. Okay, so that's really cool. Otherwise, it seems like the Spartans have taken back Claytor as well. So it seems like the Achaean League is not doing well at all. They lost one of their massive towns, which it was no doubt giving them a very large amount of taxes. And they also lost their castle that they spent a lot of resources to take. Very cool. Nice. I'm pleased about this. They're not, but I am. Very nice indeed. Okay, so I'm going to go to Portray now. Portray, I don't know. And we're going to go and speak to the... Oh, I can't go. Can't speak to the Guildmaster right now, unfortunately. Let's... I don't have a... It's really annoying how I don't have an engineer. Not having an engineer, I mean, who was it again? Astonos? Astonos left us in the dirt, because he's a engineer, and, well, without engineers, and indeed architects and things, we're not going to have any buildings, so we're going to be in the dirt, technically, kind of. Anyway, seems like I will be able to build another weavery and dye works here, which is going to be great. And then we're cool, you know? Then we're actually cool. I like it. Alright, so there you go, let's do this. Weavery and dye works, 552, or 542 even. And we can recruit some more people if we want to. Do I want to recruit some more? 173 here. Sure, let's recruit some more. Let's go and get some Cretan archers, I suppose. How long does it take them to actually go and do that? Because they're really fast. It's kind of crazy. Let's see how long it takes. So it's May 8th in the evening, or in the afternoon, basically. And let's see how fast they actually are. Because I think they're really, really quick. And now, as soon as we're waiting for them, they'll probably get murdered by one of these vassals around here or something like that. Just my luck, isn't it? It probably would be just my luck. Nope, there you go. That was quick. Look at that. They brought some people. I don't know who they brought. Not Cretans, that's for sure. So they brought Spartans, and it was literally May 8th. Okay, so it took them about 24 hours. 24? Yeah, 24 hours. That's actually not even that bad. That's just one day. That's really good. All right, so we're going to go and attack Alkidus, I suppose. And I would like to be able to take some more fiefs, but I'm a bit worried about it potentially crashing again. And it was a different crash than usual. Usually it is a runtime error, but this time it was like an FX failure or something like that. Nothing to do with my graphics card or anything like that. It was literally a problem with the engine itself. I don't know what it was specifically. Oh no, a naval battle? I don't know whether naval battles are bugged. Oh no! I do not want to fight two of these guys, if at all possible. I would like to try and avoid fighting two of them. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to wait for this guy to come over here. Yeah, he's got two. Yeah, he's got two people right there. Okay, maybe I can get this guy instead? Maybe. Yeah, get him! Yeah, there we go. We got him. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, so let's do this. This is going to be great. He does not know what he is in for right now. Let's tell everyone to come over here. It is 70 versus 80. And I am prepared. I am hyped up from all of this drama that has happened in this episode so far. And not even, well, kind of in the episode too. And also outside it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But otherwise, this is a pretty even battle. Ah yes, and before we go any further, it would probably be a good idea to level up my agility and level up my... Oh, I already have maxed out athletics. Oh, okay, well that's kind of amazing. Okay, so I guess I'll just spec into Weapon Master a little bit then. And then we'll go for some more throwing skill. Now, what is quite ironic about the fact that I have spec'd into Power Throw is that I can't find any throwing weapons. And I know that some people told me to go up to the northern area. Can't remember which faction that is. The Thracians? The Thracians or something like that? I think they have throwing weapons. So I'll probably try and go up there and see what's going on with their marketplace and things, because having some throwing weapons would be pretty fun, considering I do have a decent amount of power throw skill. And hopefully I'll be able to utilize those in a decent manner or something. But otherwise, I guess we'll just try our best. We will just try our best here and see if we can prevail. Oh yeah, putting away my shield was probably not the best idea, considering there are so many skirmishers here. They probably could have ripped me apart at that particular moment, but they decided not to, so interesting. Okay, now they're starting to rip me apart. Okay, well, that's good to know. Very, very nice. Okay, so I was actually hoping that these guys would actually use their thrown weapons against me, primarily, because then our units would not lose their shields so incredibly fast, and it would be a little easier for them to completely destroy the opposing infantry. So, it's kind of nice that they are actually running along here now, because I can just poke them. Pokey! Poke, poke, poke. There we go. Yes, I'm sure that is very historical. Okay, so otherwise, oh yeah, there are some skirmishers behind the infantry line as well, so we have to be a bit careful there. And let's just tell our units just to go straight in and attack the enemy polearm division. This is really strange, actually. I don't know whether you've noticed this, but it seems like the enemy units are not very heavily armored at all. You can see that. Look at this. Oh, my spear broke. Okay. And the enemy leader has now fallen almost immediately. I suppose this is the reason why the Achaeans are not actually wanting to attack us right now. Because most of their units are low tier. And you can see exactly why that is. Because they are literally just wearing, like, togas and stuff. So it's really not being very good for them. Oh, okay, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Alright, my guys are still moving forward. That's perfectly fine with me. We lost one? Are you serious? We lost one against these guys? Okay, well, I guess if that's gonna happen, then that's gonna happen. Can't really do much about it. I'm actually kind of surprised that we're losing so many. Okay, let's just tell people to hold position here. We might be getting a bit too ahead of ourselves, perhaps. And that might be the main reason why we're ending up losing quite a few people. Yeah, as soon as we put them back into shield wall formation, or basically back into a formation which is a bit more defensive, they start to lose many less units. So that's definitely something to consider. I knew that that was the case. I just hoped that putting them in hold position and telling them to go and attack the enemy division would keep them in that formation. Oh, hello. Yeah, there we are. All right. So let's tell our people just to keep moving forward like the juggernauts they are. Got him. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be a bit wary about the new enemies. Because we've got to be a bit careful of those guys. Wow, I really thought that would be a kill. I aimed for his head, so that should have really taken him down. But I guess it just is hanging on by a thread. Okay, there we go. That's it. Only 2 enemies remain. Let's tell our people to charge. And, well, this is kind of where I wish I had some cavalry, but cavalry is kind of hard to use in this mod, considering there are so many spear users. But there you go. Nice. We were able to take him prisoner. I'm trying to will it into existence. Is that going to work? We did lose quite a few people there, but that's okay. Not too bad. Yes. He is our prisoner. Very nice indeed. Okay, so let's take these as well. There we are. Oh, javelins! Javelins! Oh, I almost left without taking them. Fantastic. Look at that. 81? 81 piercing damage? Wow, what insanity. Okay, we're going to use those instead of the blade that I have there. And otherwise, there you go. Nice. Alright, so this is going very nicely indeed. I'm hopeful that the Spartans will be able to envelop the Achaean city-states relatively soon, and then we will no longer have them in the game, and then we will have a massive, massive contingent of territory here. Contingent? Massive, massive territory. That's perfectly fine. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.